The future is no longer something we have to wait for. 2026 is already delivering a new generation of groundbreaking inventions. From intelligent robots and futuristic displays to smart gadgets, advanced vehicles, and next-generation energy systems, technology is becoming more powerful, practical, and innovative than ever before. In this video, we'll explore some of the most fascinating inventions of 2026 that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. These remarkable creations combine artificial intelligence, advanced engineering, cutting-edge materials, and creative design to solve real-world problems in surprising ways. While some reinvent everyday products with smarter and more efficient features, others introduce entirely new concepts that could transform the way we live, work, travel, and interact with technology. So, get ready to discover the incredible innovations shaping 2026 and explore the groundbreaking inventions that could define the future of technology. Number 18. The Rheinmetall HAMMR, short for Highly Advanced Multi-Mission Rifle, is a next-generation infantry weapon concept designed around the idea of giving individual soldiers greater precision and flexibility at the squad level. Developed by American Rheinmetall Munitions, HAMMR is positioned as a semi-automatic precision grenadier system intended to improve the range, accuracy, and effectiveness of dismounted infantry. What makes the system particularly interesting is its focus on integrating modern fire control technology with programmable ammunition, potentially allowing soldiers to engage targets that would otherwise require heavier supporting systems. The concept represents a broader shift in military technology toward giving smaller units more capable tools while reducing their dependence on external support. Rather than being simply a conventional launcher, HAMMR is designed around a complete system approach in which the weapon, ammunition, and fire control elements work together. This could make it particularly relevant in environments where infantry units face complex threats and need accurate effects without waiting for larger platforms. Its semi-automatic configuration is also intended to provide faster follow-up engagements than traditional single-shot systems. The design reflects the growing importance of precision, digital targeting, and programmable effects on the modern battlefield. At the same time, the system demonstrates how infantry equipment is becoming increasingly sophisticated, incorporating technologies that were once associated mainly with much larger weapon platforms. For military technology enthusiasts, HAMMR is interesting because it shows how future infantry weapons may combine compact form factors with capabilities traditionally associated with heavier systems. Rheinmetall's approach emphasizes precision, modularity, and improved soldier effectiveness rather than simply increasing firepower. As defense forces continue exploring new ways to improve squad-level capabilities, concepts such as HAMMR demonstrate how advanced fire control technology and programmable ammunition could reshape the role of individual infantry systems. Number 17. The Run Robotics Centaur robot represents the growing movement toward highly mobile robotic platforms designed to operate alongside humans in environments where conventional machines may struggle. A Centaur-style robot typically combines a mobile wheeled or legged base with a highly capable upper platform, creating a machine that can move through challenging spaces while carrying sensors, computers, or specialized equipment. The concept is particularly interesting because mobility is one of the biggest challenges facing real-world robotics. A robot can have sophisticated artificial intelligence and impressive sensors, but those capabilities become much less useful if the machine cannot move reliably through its environment. A platform inspired by the Centaur concept attempts to solve that problem by combining stability, maneuverability, and payload capability. Such machines can potentially be adapted for industrial inspection, security, logistics, research, hazardous environments, and other applications where sending a person may be inefficient or dangerous. Number 16. The 8 Sleep Pod pillow cover takes the idea of temperature-controlled sleep technology and brings it directly to the pillow, targeting one of the areas where many people notice heat most strongly during the night. The system is designed to fit over a compatible pillow and connect to the broader 8 Sleep Pod ecosystem, allowing the user's head and neck area to receive active cooling or heating. According to 8 Sleep, the pillow cover can dynamically regulate temperature and works with the pod cover's software ecosystem. Unlike a conventional pillowcase, the product is an active piece of sleep technology rather than simply a passive layer of fabric. Its purpose is to create a more controlled sleeping environment by adjusting temperature instead of relying solely on room temperature, bedding, or ventilation. This can be particularly interesting for people who frequently experience discomfort from a warm pillow during the night. The system is designed to work with standard or king-size pillows, while an independent hub can provide temperature regulation for the pillow. Number 15. The Augmental Mouthpad is one of the most unusual human-computer interfaces currently available, allowing users to control computers, tablets, and smartphones using movements of the tongue and head rather than their hands. Augmental describes it as a hands-free touchpad built into a custom-fit mouthpiece, with a pressure-sensitive touch surface positioned against the roof of the mouth. The concept is especially significant for accessibility because it provides an alternative method of computer interaction for people who cannot easily use conventional mice, keyboards, or touchscreens. The device can translate subtle tongue movements and head gestures into cursor movement, clicking, scrolling, and dragging. Instead of relying on large physical movements, the system is designed around relatively small and precise gestures, making the interface potentially useful in situations where hand control is limited. The mouthpad connects wirelessly and works with compatible digital devices, turning a part of the body that normally has no role in computer input into an advanced control interface. The technology also demonstrates a broader trend in human-computer interaction. Future interfaces may not depend exclusively on keyboards, mice, touchscreens, or voice commands. By using the mouth and tongue, Augmental creates an alternative pathway between the human body and digital systems. The device has already been tested by early users with mobility challenges, and Augmental announced a public U.S. launch in 2026. Beyond accessibility, the concept could potentially interest gamers, creators, researchers, and users experimenting with hands-free computing. What makes MouthPad particularly fascinating is that it does not require the user to learn an entirely artificial control language. Instead, it translates relatively natural movements into familiar computer commands. It is an impressive example of assistive technology evolving into a sophisticated computer interface and shows how future devices could make digital interaction possible through increasingly unconventional forms of human input. Number 14. The Krone X Compact represents the continuing evolution of agricultural machinery toward greater efficiency, automation, and compact high-performance equipment. Modern farming increasingly requires machines that can perform demanding jobs quickly while minimizing wasted time, fuel, and labor. A machine carrying the X Compact name fits naturally into this trend by emphasizing productivity in a more manageable package. Compact agricultural equipment can be particularly valuable for farms where field access, storage space, transport, or maneuverability are important considerations. Instead of relying exclusively on enormous machinery, manufacturers are exploring ways to combine sophisticated engineering with more practical dimensions. The result can be equipment that is easier to move between fields while still providing the performance required for professional agricultural operations. Number 13. Foundation Zero Ocean Power represents the growing interest in extracting useful energy from the enormous and largely untapped power available in the world's oceans. Ocean energy is particularly fascinating because waves and other marine movements contain enormous amounts of kinetic energy that are continuously generated by natural processes. Unlike fossil fuels, the underlying movement of the ocean does not need to be transported or extracted from underground reserves. The challenge is converting that movement into reliable electricity while surviving one of the harshest environments on Earth. Saltwater, corrosion, storms, extreme waves, and constant mechanical stress make marine energy systems exceptionally demanding to engineer. Projects focused on ocean power therefore require solutions that can remain reliable while operating continuously in unpredictable conditions. The concept is especially interesting as the world searches for additional renewable energy sources that can complement solar and wind power. Ocean systems have the potential to provide energy at different times and in different conditions than traditional renewable sources, although commercial-scale deployment remains technically challenging. The technology behind these systems can involve floating platforms, submerged structures, oscillating mechanisms, turbines, or other methods of converting water movement into electrical energy. One of the most important goals is achieving enough efficiency and reliability to justify installation, maintenance, and recovery costs in difficult marine environments. Advances in materials, sensors, autonomous monitoring, and remote maintenance could gradually make ocean energy systems more practical. Foundation Zero's concept fits into this broader technological movement toward finding new ways to use natural forces without continuously consuming finite resources. For technology enthusiasts, ocean power is especially exciting because it combines renewable energy, marine engineering, robotics, material science, and electrical generation. If these challenges can be solved economically, ocean energy could become another important component of a diversified renewable energy future, particularly for coastal regions and island communities seeking dependable alternatives to conventional power generation. Number 12. The POTR Helix is an innovative plant pot designed to solve one of the most common problems faced by indoor gardeners. Plants eventually outgrow their containers. Instead of requiring the plant to be repeatedly transferred into larger pots, the helix is designed to expand as the plant grows. POTR describes it as a self-watering pot that grows with the plant, and the design uses an expandable structure inspired by folding and origami principles. The concept is particularly clever because the container begins in a compact form and can increase its soil capacity as the plant develops. Reports on the product describe a capacity expansion from roughly 0.25 liters to 2 liters through a simple twisting action. This approach could reduce the need for traditional repotting, which can be messy, stressful for plants, and inconvenient for people living in small apartments. The helix is also designed with sustainability in mind, using recycled polypropylene and a structure that can be shipped flat, potentially reducing transportation volume. Another interesting feature is its water reservoir system, which can help regulate water availability and potentially reduce how frequently the plant needs direct watering. The combination of expandable geometry, self-watering functionality, and flat-pack shipping makes the helix more than simply another decorative planter. It is an example of product designers rethinking a familiar household object from the ground up. Instead of designing a fixed container and asking the user to adapt to it, the container itself changes as the plant's needs change. The project also demonstrates how principles from engineering and structural design can be applied to everyday objects. For plant enthusiasts, apartment gardeners, and people interested in sustainable product design, POTR Helix offers an intriguing alternative to conventional pots. It shows how simple changes in geometry and materials can transform an ordinary gardening product into something considerably more adaptable. Number 11. The Axiom U LCVG is a critical inner layer of the next-generation lunar spacesuit being developed by Axiom Space in partnership with Prada for NASA's Artemis missions. LCVG stands for Liquid Cooling and Ventilation Garment, and although it may look more like specialized clothing than traditional aerospace hardware, its role is absolutely essential. Axiom Space describes the LCVG as the high-performance inner layer worn beneath the Axiom U spacesuit, designed to help protect astronauts while they work on the lunar surface. One of its most important functions is thermal regulation. The Moon's environment can expose astronauts to extreme temperature conditions, so maintaining a safe body temperature inside a sealed spacesuit is a major engineering challenge. The garment incorporates cooling systems designed to circulate chilled fluid through the suit, carrying excess heat away from the astronaut's body. It also contributes to ventilation and life support functions by helping manage airflow and carbon dioxide while fresh oxygen is supplied within the spacesuit system. Number 10. The Jisoo Yoon Re-Flat Pack Sofa is a fascinating example of furniture design being reimagined around portability, sustainability, and unusual materials. Rather than using a conventional bulky polyurethane foam construction, the design replaces traditional cushioning with superelastic nitinol and uses a folding mechanism inspired by the structure of an umbrella. This allows the sofa to collapse into an extremely compact package for transportation before expanding into a full-size piece of furniture. The concept is particularly relevant to modern urban lifestyles, where people frequently move between apartments, cities, or temporary living spaces. Traditional sofas are among the most difficult household products to transport because of their large fixed dimensions. A sofa capable of collapsing dramatically could make moving, delivery, storage, and temporary accommodation considerably easier. According to the project's design information, the Re-Flat Pack sofa can collapse into a bundle approximately 250 mm in diameter and then expand with a simple motion without requiring tools. Nitinol, known for its shape memory and superelastic properties, provides the structure with unusual flexibility while allowing it to return toward its intended form. Another interesting aspect is the way the material is integrated into the visual design. Instead of hiding the structural rods inside conventional foam, individual nitinol rods are wrapped in fabric and woven together, allowing the construction itself to become part of the sofa's appearance. The result is a piece of furniture that looks completely different from a traditional sofa while addressing practical problems related to transportation and recycling. The design has also received recognition in international design awards. Number 9. The C-Seed N1 is not simply a television. It is an enormous piece of kinetic interior design engineered to transform from a sculptural object into a large entertainment display. Designed to remain visually discreet when not in use, the N1 folds into its base and then rises, unfolds, and reveals a large 4K micro-LED screen. C-Seed describes the product as a combination of cutting-edge display technology and sculptural design, with a screen capable of rotating 180 degrees to accommodate different viewing positions. The folding mechanism is perhaps its most impressive feature. Instead of leaving a giant television permanently dominating a room, the display can disappear into its architectural base when entertainment is finished. This creates a completely different relationship between a television and the surrounding interior. Rather than designing the room around a screen, the N1 attempts to make the screen part of the architecture. The structure uses aerospace aluminum, which C-Seed says provides a high stiffness-to-weight ratio that benefits both the folding mechanism and picture quality. When deployed, the massive micro-LED display creates a dramatic cinematic experience, while the ability to rotate the screen expands its usefulness in large rooms. The product is aimed at luxury residential and hospitality environments where conventional televisions may not provide the desired combination of size and aesthetics. Its engineering is particularly interesting because the challenge is not simply producing a large screen. It is creating a mechanism capable of repeatedly moving and precisely aligning multiple display sections. This requires sophisticated structural engineering, motors, electronics, and display integration. The C-Seed N1 therefore sits at the intersection of luxury furniture, architecture, robotics, and high-end entertainment technology. For anyone interested in futuristic homes, it offers a glimpse of how displays could become increasingly invisible when not being used, transforming from architectural objects into entertainment systems only when needed. Number 8. The Rollo Robotics 1 Rollo is an unusual autonomous security robot built around a monowheel design, making it one of the more visually distinctive robotic platforms emerging in 2026. Instead of using 4 wheels, tracks, or humanoid legs, 1 Rollo relies on a single-wheel architecture supported by advanced stabilization technology. Reports describe the system as a stable autonomous monowheel robot designed for security and surveillance applications, using gyroscopic stabilization, sensor fusion, and edge artificial intelligence. The single-wheel configuration gives the robot a remarkably narrow footprint, which could allow it to move through corridors, crowded areas, industrial facilities, and other spaces where larger security robots may have difficulty operating. Its design demonstrates how robotics companies are increasingly willing to move away from conventional vehicle layouts when a different shape offers practical advantages. A security robot needs to patrol continuously. Number 7. The Jackery FridgeGuard is a purpose-built backup power system designed specifically to keep refrigerators operating during electrical outages. Unlike large portable power stations that are designed to run many different appliances, FridgeGuard focuses on a very specific problem: protecting a refrigerator and its contents when the grid suddenly fails. Jackery describes it as an ultra-slim smart refrigerator backup system measuring about 2.6 inches thick and featuring automatic UPS switchover in roughly 10 milliseconds. The system combines a 1024 battery with an 800 W output, providing enough energy for many refrigerators and other essential devices depending on their actual power consumption. Its slim design is intended to fit beside, behind, or on top of a refrigerator without taking up the space associated with conventional portable power stations. The FridgeGuard also includes features designed specifically around refrigerator operation, including bypass mode, surge protection, delay start functionality, and compressor-ready power. These features are important because refrigerators do not behave like simple electronics. Compressors can create higher startup demands and may benefit from controlled restart behavior. The system uses a lithium iron phosphate battery and can also support expanded capacity and multiple charging methods, including AC, solar, and vehicle charging. This makes it potentially useful in regions where short blackouts are common or where preserving food during longer outages is particularly important. The concept also demonstrates an interesting trend in backup power technology. Instead of making every system larger and more powerful, manufacturers are creating smaller products optimized for specific household needs. FridgeGuard can therefore be seen as a specialized energy management appliance rather than simply another portable battery. For homeowners, renters, and people living in areas with unreliable electricity, the product offers a convenient way to protect one of the most important continuously powered appliances in the home. Number 6. The NearthLab Interceptor Drone represents the increasingly sophisticated role that autonomous and semi-autonomous drones can play in security, inspection, and aerial operations. Interceptor-style drones are designed around a different philosophy from conventional camera drones. Instead of simply observing an environment from above, they are intended to identify and respond to specific airborne or ground-based situations. NearthLab's work in autonomous drone technology reflects the broader movement toward systems capable of operating with increasing levels of onboard intelligence. Modern drones can combine high-resolution cameras, navigation sensors, artificial intelligence, communication systems, and autonomous flight controls to reduce the amount of constant manual piloting required. An interceptor concept is particularly interesting because aerial security increasingly involves detecting unauthorized drones and other moving objects. A drone designed for interception needs to understand its surroundings, track a moving target, calculate flight paths, and maintain safe and reliable control while both aircraft are moving. That creates a considerably more complicated engineering problem than simply flying a camera drone. The technology also demonstrates the growing importance of edge computing, where analysis can happen directly on the aircraft instead of sending every piece of data to a remote operator. This can reduce latency and allow faster responses in time-sensitive situations. NearthLab's broader drone technology work is especially relevant to industries such as infrastructure inspection, public safety, industrial monitoring, and security. The interceptor concept shows how drones are evolving from simple remote-controlled aircraft into increasingly intelligent robotic platforms. Future systems could potentially operate as part of larger networks, with multiple drones communicating information and responding to changing conditions. At the same time, autonomous aerial technology requires careful attention to safety, regulation, and responsible deployment. The most interesting aspect of interceptor drones is therefore not simply their speed or appearance, but the software and sensing technology that allows an aircraft to make decisions while moving through three-dimensional space. They provide another example of how robotics, artificial intelligence, and aviation are rapidly converging. Number 5. The Asus Oxys E250G1 represents the kind of experimental technology that sits at the intersection of personal electronics, mobility, and future-oriented product design. Asus has increasingly explored concepts beyond traditional laptops and smartphones, and products associated with emerging mobility technologies demonstrate how computing companies can contribute to new categories of transportation and personal devices. The Oxys E250G1 name is associated with a futuristic electric mobility concept that emphasizes compact design and modern engineering. The broader appeal of such a machine comes from its potential to combine the convenience of personal transportation with the technological ecosystem users already expect from modern electronics. Future mobility devices are increasingly being designed around electric propulsion, lightweight structures, compact batteries, digital controls, and connected systems. Instead of treating a vehicle as a standalone machine, manufacturers can integrate sensors, software, navigation, displays, and connectivity directly into the experience. Number 4. Tron 2 VLA represents the growing movement toward artificial intelligence systems that can connect visual understanding with physical actions in the real world. The term VLA is commonly used for vision language action models, which are designed to allow robots to interpret visual information, understand natural language instructions, and then translate those instructions into physical actions. This is an important step beyond traditional robotics, where machines often require highly specific programming for individual tasks. A VLA-based system aims to make robots more flexible by allowing them to understand what they see and relate that information to human instructions. Imagine a robot being told to pick up an object, move it to a particular location, or perform a sequence of actions based on the environment around it. Instead of manually programming every movement, a VLA model can potentially interpret the instruction and generate an appropriate action sequence. Number 3. The Insta360 Go 3S Retro Bundle combines an extremely compact action camera with a nostalgic design approach, creating a package aimed at creators who want modern video technology without carrying a traditional full-size camera. The Go 3S platform is known for its tiny form factor, making it particularly useful for first-person perspectives, travel videos, daily life footage, sports, and creative camera angles that would be difficult with larger cameras. Its compact size allows it to be positioned in unusual places and carried almost unnoticed, opening up creative possibilities beyond conventional handheld filming. The Retro Bundle adds a more visually distinctive aesthetic, appealing to users who enjoy vintage-inspired accessories while still wanting modern digital imaging capabilities. One of the key advantages of an ultra-small camera is flexibility. Instead of holding a camera constantly, creators can mount or position it and capture hands-free footage while continuing their activity. This makes the concept particularly attractive for vloggers, cyclists, travelers, outdoor enthusiasts, and social media creators. Modern stabilization technology also helps make footage smoother while the camera is moving, reducing the need for additional equipment. The compact camera can be paired with its companion accessories to create different shooting configurations, while wireless connectivity makes transferring or controlling footage more convenient. Number 2. Samsung Spatial Signage is a futuristic commercial display technology designed to create glasses-free 3D visual experiences in physical spaces. Instead of requiring customers to wear special glasses or headsets, the system uses Samsung's proprietary display technology to create a sense of depth directly from the screen. Samsung describes spatial signage as a glasses-free 3D digital signage solution, with its technology designed to make commercial displays more immersive and visually engaging. The technology is aimed primarily at businesses, retailers, luxury stores, museums, and other environments where attracting attention is extremely important. Traditional digital signage is generally flat, but spatial displays attempt to make products and graphics appear to extend into three-dimensional space. Samsung has also introduced AI Studio within its VXT platform, allowing organizations to create signage-ready video content without relying entirely on external production tools. This combination of hardware and software is important because impressive display technology is only useful if businesses can easily create and manage suitable content. Samsung's global rollout includes an 85-inch version, with the company positioning spatial signage as part of its broader commercial display strategy. The display is also designed to remain relatively slim compared with traditional large 3D installations, making it easier to integrate into commercial environments. The concept demonstrates how digital advertising may evolve from simply showing information toward creating visual experiences that compete for attention in increasingly crowded physical spaces. Number 1. The Jadens inkless portable printer is designed to make document printing more convenient by eliminating traditional ink cartridges and reducing the size of the printer itself. The JD166 model, for example, uses thermal printing technology instead of ink or toner, allowing users to print documents through a compact portable device. Jadens lists the printer at approximately 430 grams and describes it as small enough to carry in a backpack, handbag, or laptop bag. The biggest advantage of thermal printing is that users do not need conventional ink cartridges, which can leak, dry out, or become expensive to replace. The printer instead uses specially designed thermal media, making the system cleaner and easier to maintain for portable use. Jadens states that the JD166 can print up to approximately 200 pages on a charge, while Bluetooth connectivity allows it to work with smartphones, tablets, and computers. The device supports major operating systems including Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, and Chrome OS, making it suitable for a wide range of mobile workflows. Its 203 dpi resolution is designed to provide readable text and graphics,